Dear students, last time we studied about the DC coupled amplifier which is used to amplify the DC level signals, and this is the amplifier in which no coupling components are used to couple the output of first stage as an input to the second stage, along with its construction, frequency response, its advantages, disadvantages, and also the applications. Students, in this particular period we are going to study another type of multi-stage amplifier, and that's what it is called as RC coupled amplifier. As the name suggests, it is RC coupled amplifier. It is a type of amplifier in which the coupling of output of first stage is done with the input of second stage by making use of coupling component as a combination of resistance and capacitor. This means output of first stage is given as an input to the second stage by using R and C. So that's why such a type of amplifier we can call it as it is RC coupled amplifier. Friends, it has a very wide bandwidth. It can amplify all the signals in low frequency, in mid frequency, even in high frequency. So that's why it is a widely used amplifier in practice. Such a RC coupled two-stage RC coupled amplifier is represented in this particular diagram. This two-stage RC coupled amplifier consists of, let me consider transistor Q1, obviously in common emitter configuration, to which input signal Vi is applied for the purpose of amplification. This input signal is coupled to the base of transistor Q1 with the help of coupling capacitor, say Ci or Cin, which couples input signal to the base of transistor. To act transistor Q1 as an amplifier, the biasing method here adopted is again voltage divider biasing method, which is formed by the combination of resistance R1 and R2. This voltage divider biasing method formed by the R1 and R2 adjusts the operating point of BJT exactly in the active region so that it is going to act as a very faithful amplifier. Here RC is going to act as a load resistance which is connected between collector and that of VCC. Emitter resistance connected provides the self bias to the transistor Q1. Here capacitor C is going to act as an emitter bypass capacitor. Friends, this much part of the circuit for the first stage of amplifier. The amplified signal at the collector is now connected to the input of the second stage by making use of the combination of RC and CC. Here RC and CC are the coupling components which are used to couple the output of first stage as an input of second stage. And this is the reason why it is called as RC coupled amplifier. This coupling capacitor will affect the frequency response of this particular RC coupled amplifier. This component is not present in DC coupled amplifier. As output of first stage is coupled as an input to the second stage, that is to the base of transistor Q1, which is again in common emitter configuration, its operating point is again adjusted in the active region by using the combination of R1 and R2 that forms the resistor divider biasing network. Here also RC is going to act as a load resistance connected between VCC and collector. RE is the emitter resistor that provides self-biasing to the transistor. C is going to act as a emitter bypass capacitor. Naturally, amplified output voltage is obtained at the collector of transistor Q2. This amplified output voltage is coupled by the coupling capacitor CZ to the output measuring device. Friends, let Vi be the input signal applied here for the amplification. The first stage amplifies this particular signal and provides VO1 with the output voltage. This amplified output voltage is coupled as an input to the second stage, which is further amplified by the second stage amplifier, and net amplified output voltage VO is made available at the second stage. If AV1 with the gain of first stage, which is given as VO1 upon Vi, Vi with the input voltage, VO1 with the output voltage, which is the input for the second stage. And if suppose AV2 with the gain of second stage, then AV2 is equal to VO upon VO1. As a being, output voltage of first stage is again amplified by the second stage. If the net gain of two-stage amplifier is say AV, then that gain is given as AV is equal to AV1 into AV2, which is equal to VO1 upon Vi into VO upon VO1. Obviously, VO1 will cancel and only VO upon Vi it is left. Thus the net gain is VO upon Vi. Friends, here also gain deciding factors are RC and RE. If you adjust the proper value of RC and RE, we get the required amount of gain of that particular amplifier. This is what the construction and working of the RC coupled amplifier. Friends, again here also we are going to study the frequency response of this particular two-stage RC coupled amplifier. As we have know that frequency response is nothing but the graph of input frequency versus the gain of that particular amplifier. And to obtain that, keep the input signal magnitude voltage constant, vary frequency of the input signal and note down the output voltage. Then calculate the voltage gain of two-stage amplifier for the different input frequencies and then plot the graph of gain versus the frequency, which is represented in this particular graph. Friends, this is the frequency response curve of RC coupled amplifier. On y-axis there is a voltage gain. Look at here. On x-axis there is a frequency. In this direction there is an increase in frequency. In this direction there is an increase in gain. And here is the result of the frequency response curve. Friends, here the frequency response curve is divided into the three different regions. One is this particular region, it is known as a low frequency region. This is the another frequency region where the frequency is high, it is known as a high frequency region. In between low frequency region and high frequency region, whatever the frequency region which is going to lie, it is called as mid frequency region. From this particular graph, what we can observe? If you look to graph, when frequency is 0, gain is 0. As frequency increases, gain also increases. Look it here. This is not present in DC coupled amplifier. What happens is, as frequency increases, the gain also increases. The frequency region within which increase in frequency increases the voltage gain is known as low frequency region. In this particular frequency region, the reactance of capacitance not much opposes to rise in input voltage with rise in frequency. That is the reason why here increase in frequency increases the voltage gain. After this particular frequency, even though frequency, input frequency is increased, as good as the gain remains constant. Look it here. The frequency region within which increase in frequency keeps the gain constant is known as mid-frequency region. Here, the voltage gain remains constant because in this particular frequency region, the oppose to the input frequency by means of an coupling component and also the emitter bypass capacitor is such that they are going to keep the gain constant. After that, even though input frequency is increased, output voltage and the gain of amplifier decreases. The region in which increase in frequency decreases the voltage gain is known as a high frequency region. Thus, in case of RC coupled amplifier, the frequency response changes from low frequency to mid frequency and mid frequency to high frequency, with the fact that as frequency increases, gain increases, further increase in frequency keeps the gain constant, and further increase in frequency decreases the voltage gain. The voltage gain in mid frequency range is maximum. That gain here it is represented as maximum gain. If you multiply this maximum gain by 0.707 into a maximum, you will get reading somewhere if you draw a line parallel to frequency axis which will intersect the curve in 2 points. One is this point and second one is this point. Draw a line perpendicular from the point of intersection on the frequency axis which is going to get the frequency f1. Again draw a line perpendicular from the second point of intersection on the frequency axis. It is known as f2. Friend, f1 is the frequency in a low frequency region, whereas f2 is the frequency in a high frequency region. The frequency f2 is known as upper cutoff frequency or upper 3 decibel frequency or upper half power point frequency, whereas f1 is the lower cutoff frequency, lower 3 decibel frequency or lower half power point frequency. How we can define these two frequencies? f1 is the lower cutoff frequency in a low frequency region where the low frequency gain falls by 0.707 times the mid frequency gain. Friends, this is the definition of lower cutoff frequency. f1 is the frequency in a low cutoff frequency in a low frequency region. How we can obtain? It is obtained by multiplying mid frequency gain by 0.707. That's why we can say it is the frequency in a low frequency region where low frequency gain falls by an amount of 0.707 times the mid frequency gain. Similarly, F2 is the frequency in a high frequency region where high frequency gain, this high frequency gain falls by an amount of 0.707 times again the mid frequency. That frequency we can call it as it is the upper cutoff frequency. If we subtract lower cutoff frequency from the upper cutoff frequency, that is F2 minus F1, means the frequency between F1 to F2 is nothing but F2 minus F1. This frequency we can call it as it is the bandwidth. Look at here. Almost all the frequency within this particular region are amplified by means of an RC coupled amplifier. Friends, this is what the frequency response of RC coupled amplifier. This amplifier also possesses some advantages. The first advantage is that it is a least expensive and convenient in use. It has a large bandwidth which we can observe from the frequency response curve. It has a less frequency distortion. It has a disadvantage, and that is its poor resistance matching. Means impedance matching is poor. It becomes noisy in certain frequency. Its gain is less. These are the three disadvantages. Applications: it is used at the initial stages of amplification. Means in a primary stages it can be used for the purpose of amplification. So this is what we can call it as the meaning of RC coupled amplifier. Friends, next time we will go for next type of amplifier.